Hello, how you doing?
Hello, is this Dazzle?
Yeah, it's Dazzle.
Yes, how you doing? I want to know if I can book a reading or if you're available for a reading.
Yes, always. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I think my baby father's sleeping with the girl next door.
What?
And yes, because she always looking at me funny. She never really speak. But every time I'm with him, it's like she speak and be giggling, like doing this like a side eye thing. I think it's like a woman's intuition thing. He say I'm tripping, but I know I'm not. She don't do nothing for me, nothing for my kids. And the other day, I found like a Gucci receipt in his armrest, and just coincidentally, she had like some
Alright, we're
Gucci
gonna
shoes.
figure. Hello, hello. Okay, let me see me, y'all. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's your girl DAZZLE.tarot, and I'm back with another tarot reading. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, all you have to do is just go into the description box, or you can see the words that's going across the screen, and you can go about it like that. Okay, so let's get into this, you guys. I'm going to be using Oracle cards and tarot today. I'm going to be using my new deck, True Crime, and I'm going to be using my other deck, Modern Life. And yeah, and I might use Afro Goddess Tarot for this, okay? So we're into the next day of trial, and basically, Cassie's mom took the stand. A former assistant of P. Diddy took the stand. And also, what's his name? The Punisher. The Punisher took the stand. One of the freak-offs, male prostitutes, right? And when I was listening to this, I'm like, I liked his ex-assistant. I feel like he was smart. I feel like he had a story together. And I do feel like, he added more for the prosecution and the defense or whatever. Her mom, I wanted to like kind of cry because I really felt for her mom when she was saying she wanted to fight Diddy and stuff like that, like because of what she found out. And then do y'all know Diddy extorted her mama for 20K? And her mama had to, like, I don't know if it's remortgage or whatever it is, but she had to basically take it out her house just for him to bring it back, just to send it back a couple of, not too long, the next day or something like that, right? Crazy work. All because Cassie was messing with Kid Cudi, right? Crazy work. Demon time work. Then, when it came to the freak off dude, he coming out with a book, right? Because he's coming out with a book because he wants people to learn how to keep it up. He ended up getting like some type of surgery to keep his wing up. And basically the whole thing is that he wants to teach you how to have freezer meat. Crazy. Anyway, but let's get into this. We're going to figure out, because at the end of the day, there was crimes. And at the end of the day, I keep repeating, Diddy did what they said he did. He literally did. Okay. He was being highly abusive to Cassie. Did Cassie like the freakos? Yeah, she did. But he was still being highly abusive to her. She felt led on. And I do think she was addicted to love. And I do think that it was something, it's a piece of her that's missing, that's not whole, that gets her into these situations where she's overlapping men, like jumping from one relationship to the other before the other one has ended, things like that, like cheating and even her going into the freak offs and stuff. She, something missing there. But again, the abuse was fucking crazy, okay? And if you've seen the pictures is crazy. She had a big gash on her eye. Diddy did that to her. She had bruising, everything. Bust. I mean, come on. Come on. Like, at the end of the day, he do need to be in jail. That was heartless. That was demonic. You have no soul. Okay? So, that was crazy. Real crazy. I don't know. Like, I just seen that, and then I know that Cassie is a small girl. You know, she's like model physique size. She's small. So, it's easy to just flap, just turn her every which way but loose and beat on her. Crazy. Hey, Jess. How are you? Crazy stuff. So, that broke my heart to see that. And then, oh my God, Obama pills entered the group chat. I did not know they had ecstasy pills shaped like Obama. I know Obama, like, how I get in this shit? I know Obama somewhere, like, why do I have pills on my face? Why? Why are they selling pills of me? So when you get high off the pill, do you talk like Obama? Do you feel presidential? Do you feel like you caught Osama bin Laden? Do you feel like the first African American president? Do you feel like you got you and Michelle? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But I gotta tell y'all, like, honestly, truly, even though it's crazy, don't be mad. I kind of feel like I want to, like, be inspired by the freakos. And I was like, I asked my husband, I said, do you want to figure out what this baby oil is all about? We can do it. I mean, put a little money into it. You want to role play? I was feeling away. I was like, yeah, maybe we should do that. But nah. But look, we got to figure out if he's going to jail. I know he's going to jail for something. They're going to get him for something. If it's not everything, he's definitely going to jail for something. Okay. And it might be, to keep it 100, it might be of course it's prostitution, but it might be sex trafficking. It might be. Mm-hmm. Rico, I'm not quite sure yet, but sex trafficking, when I think about it, it might be, right? Even though that it was willing participants, right? Nobody was absolutely forced. Even though that it kind of, like, when you're listening to it, it kind of sounded like they were swinging. Because when the Punisher was talking about how, with Cassie always called Diddy her husband, right? And her nickname was Janet, her code name. I think it was Janet, right? And she would be like, that's my husband. And, my husband wants to watch and, wants me to have fun and this, whatever, right? So she's doing all those things. And she could be doing it for him too. But at some point, you got to enjoy it too, right? To do it without a hitch, right? But he never said that she never wanted to do it, right? Or whatever. That's what the Punisher said. But you never know. I don't know. But let's get into this, though. Okay, so let's just ask, because I already know he's going to be found guilty or something. I already read that. But let's see what the Oracle True Crime say, just to actually ask. So, is P. Diddy going to be found guilty? Imprisonment, right there. Yes, he's going to prison. Flew out, going to prison. Okay, so he's going to be in prison for something. Yes. I'm going to just say yes. I already knew he was going to be in jail. I already knew they was taking him to the penitentiary one day, right? So I already knew he was going to be found guilty or something, but this flew out. It said imprisonment. Again, he's going to be found guilty or something. He's going to jail, okay? That man's going to jail for something, right? And even though this man is white, he got this white beard, like he got going on, how P. Diddy got going on, right? So he's going to be behind bars, okay? Yeah. So how long? What are they thinking about doing with him? I wonder if I can do this with true crime. Mountains. Okay. So it's mounting up, right? So they got like how long do they got? Do they got like a month or 2 months? One of the two. But the evidence to convict is mounting up. So if you add up the years, they might give him a football jersey number. They might. They might. Okay. Because they feel like he'll do it again. He'll find someone else to abuse and he'll do it again. He's too powerful not to do it again, right? So I kind of feel like it's not giving me a time. I should ask Tarot. But mountains talks about mounting up evidence, and basically the evidence is meeting the requirements for certain charges, and certain charges carry certain years. And if you add all those charges up, what they're going to convict him of, he might do 20. I don't know, 15 to 20, whatever at least might be. But we're talking about mountains. Give me a number. 1, 2, 3. How long will P. Diddy's sentence be? How long would it be? What are we looking at right now? 1, 2, 3. Temperance. Okay. Temperance is what's going on right now. It's a balance, right? So they're going to be fair. Okay. It won't be 2,000 years. Okay. It won't be life. I don't get life. Got 7. Got 2 of swords. And what is Spirit saying? I'm getting I don't know, maybe 7 to 10. That's so low, but I'm thinking 7 and up. Okay, just think 7 years and up. I'm just thinking that. Just start at 7 and go up. So it's mounting up. About time the case is finished, the number will be more exact, but start the bid at 7 years. Okay, if he is convicted, start the bid at 7 years and up. Okay, so 15 or more is just like life for him. Look how he has aged just these past few months. Yes. But you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. He may have been using hair dye. You know what I'm saying? Like he may have already had that white hair. You know, that gray hair. I think he was using hair dye the whole time. I think he was dyeing his beard. You know, when you got money and you got self-care maintenance and stuff like that. Yeah. But when you behind bars, you know, you can't do all that. Yeah, I think he's been going gray for a while now and just been dyeing his beard and dyeing his hair. But now that we know, but we looking at 7 and up. If he is convicted, 7 and up. But what more y'all want to know? Let me ask some stuff. Modern life. How does Diddy feel so far? How does he feel so far about how his trial is going? We're going to be using modern life oracle cards, okay? How does he feel so far? How is he feeling about this trial? 1, 2, 3. Conspiracy theorist is in the reverse. Okay. So that's something. Netflix and chill. Tech wizard. Zoom meeting survivor. Okay, so you know how I kind of feel? He kind of feels like his lawyers have taken control. He's there, he's present, but it's like he wants to relax, right? But he feels like the lawyers are the ones that's, detangling the wires for him, right? So he has faith in his lawyers, right? And the other part is that, because it literally does say conspiracy theorists, like connecting the dots and stuff, because that's what lawyers do too, right? So I feel like that's what the lawyers are doing. But whole time he also feels like this trial is exposing and clearing up at the same time, right? So it's exposing stuff about what he has done or what supposedly, I mean, I feel like he did it, okay? But what he has done, but it's also exposing the liars, right? Like I told y'all about the baby oil. The baby oil didn't have drugs in it. So now half those cases, those civil lawsuits, are going to have to be amended or thrown out, right? Even Don Richards, Don Rashad, right? Don Rashad might have her case thrown out based on her inconsistencies and, this, that, and the third in court, right? Different things like that. So his lawyers, he feel like are doing a good job of doing that, right? But it's like grueling. He wants to rest, and they're slowly like untangling the wires, right? That's all it is. Untangling the wires and clearing up stuff. Yeah, I believe her case is done. I do. Yeah. She fucked herself up, though. That's what she get. But yeah, so I kind of just feel like that. I kind of feel like he's allowing his lawyers to do their job right now. That's really all it is. And he's paid good money for those lawyers, so I already know they better do their job. Matter of fact, have y'all seen his lawyers? His lawyers are doing a good job. His lawyers are hella good. And mind you, it's not like I'm taking up for him or nothing, but to be honest with you, if I catch a case, I would like those lawyers. I would like them, okay? I would like that team. His team of lawyers are good, right? The prosecution is good, but his team of lawyers are good. Them the lawyers you get when you got money and you need to get out of trouble. Okay, so those are the good lawyers. Okay, so y'all wondering why I have Tony Bugsby on there, right? Because I want to know how he feels, because a lot of his cases, a lot of his civil lawsuits involves the baby oil. So I want to know how he feels about that, right? So let's see. How does Tony Bugsby feel about the strength of his civil cases now that certain things have come out in the actual criminal case? That's the good thing. That's the thing I think. How does he feel about the strength of his civil cases against Diddy after things have been exposed in trial, right? And mind you, those freak offs was more or less discreet, right? So it wasn't everybody and their mama at the freak offs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn. You got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, right? But what I do feel like is that with this 3 of Cups, he's going to use gossip to spin the narrative again for his clients. So the rumor mill, what you see on the internet, the conspiracies and stuff like that, and mix it with what he's seeing from court, he's going to try to basically like mix it in and strengthen his clients' cases. But however, the cases with the baby oil and the drugs and the baby oil, he has to either amend or is getting dismissed, because the Homeland Security and them told y'all that there was no drugs in any baby oil. Period. Okay, so that's how that looks, right? So in a way, it does work in Diddy's favor in a way. And the whole time, like I was listening to Queen Amadeus and stuff, and she brought up a good point. She said that if he loses, right? If he's found guilty, he can actually push to get a mistrial or to get the case overturned, the verdict overturned. Why? Because you have people on the stand, like Harvey Weinstein just got out, and you have people on the stand based on past deeds. Okay, past bad deeds. You can't convict somebody off of that. It has to be related to what's going on currently and why they're in this situation and why they're in court. So Harvey Weinstein just got off. I mean, he got his stuff overturned because of the past bad thing, deeds thing. So that's why they let Don on the stand, and the defense didn't have that much of a pushback. They said something, but they ain't really push because they're going to use that as one of the reasons why he should be overturned, because you have people that's just bringing up past bad deeds that has nothing to do with what's going on and what is being charged for now. Okay, so that is a thing. But yeah, if he is convicted, and I feel like he's going to be convicted of something, start with the number 7 and up. So that's what I'm thinking, right? 7 and up. And I'm being gracious with that because it could really be 10 and up, right? So this would be a long court case for him, yes. And it just started. So that means that it's a lot of people. And I think a lot of people got the opportunity to get some type of immunity. Because the ex-assistant, low-key, basically said, because he kept saying, I don't remember and stuff. But the ex-assistant basically kind of slipped up a little and have the defense team thinking that he signed some type of agreement, that he's not going to get in trouble. Because the fact of the matter is, what he was talking about, he's an accomplice to. He was part of. Let me get my damn dog. Hey, look. My baby Lex get on my nerves, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get him outside. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me let him outside. Lex, you're not gonna be going in and out. Hold on. Let's go. But yeah, pretty much. Like the ex-assistant, it was almost like the stuff he's talking about, he's an accessory to a lot of this stuff. So it feels like you got some type of immunity, and that's what the defense was saying. You didn't sign something with the FBI, with the DA and whatnot. You was like, I believe Cassie got immunity also. Yeah, I feel like that too, because Cassie was a part of it. She was a part of the money exchange and stuff too. And so she could have, been in trouble too. Was he scared to get married to any of the women he dated for more than 2 years? Let's see. Was Diddy afraid of being married, of getting married? Was he afraid of commitment, marriage to any other woman he dated for more than 2 years? 1, 2, 3. Okay. The problem with him is that I can tell you, for one, he likes to travel a lot, right? He wants to be free. Okay. But 2, with this 4 wands in the reverse, the foundation of each relationship was not solid, in my opinion. What was it based on for him, right? And why was he in the relationship in the first place, right? Also, because he likes to basically move around, he a rolling stone. basically, the houses that he could have created. Like when you come together in a marriage, you create a house. Like it wasn't right. It was some type of crack in it, right? He wasn't able to build that. Why? Because it's the 5 of Wands. He also likes females competing for him as well. He likes to move around. He doesn't want to be held down in a sense. He wants security, or the fact that he knows you're going to be around him. But him himself, he wants to dibble and mingle. He wants to compartmentalize these women. He wants to basically have his life in the order that he wants it to be, because he wants to be different things. He wants to do different things. So say for instance, if I just want a woman who I can come home to and play with the kids, I'm gonna have her. And then if I want another woman who I just want to go out to eat with, I'm gonna have her. If I go out of town and I like shopping with another woman, I'm gonna have her. So honestly speaking, he wasn't a marriage type at the moment, but he might end up getting married one day if ever he get out of jail. Hopefully, he don't beat on her or nothing, but he might get married one day. But for right now, I mean, back then, that's what he wanted. He wanted girls. He wanted these women to compete for that position, even though him himself, he has compartmentalized these women for different things, right? Cassie, get high buddy, freak off buddy, overly controlling, arm candy. It was compartmentalized in a way. Kim Porter, mother. He was a player all of his life. He probably didn't have a good male figure in his life since his mom didn't date anyone when he was growing up. Well, he probably watched his mom date a lot of men, or whatever. He probably watched his mom do a lot of weird shit. And to be honest with you, that probably made him distrust women. Like, you're not going to keep going in and out. Like, sit down. But yeah, he probably was bearing witness to a lot of weird shit that was going on with his mom and stuff. So I get that, but yeah. But I think I said enough for tonight, though. Look, y'all, my birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is actually midnight, okay? I'm going to come on tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you guys about my birthday and what I want and what I want to do. So I'm going to see y'all later. I love y'all for real. Somebody knocked on my damn door. All right. Love y'all for real. Peace.